Hey friends, welcome. My name's Chris and I've been called to do a short video instructional series for you that I'm detailing regarding edible plants. I'm calling it My Edible Yard. I feel in this day and age we've become so disconnected and removed from the natural world that we're surrounded by plants that are both food and medicine, and we have no idea how to make use of them. It's almost a lost art. So I wanted to start sharing some of my skills and experience with you in this area so that you can start recognizing potential plants in your backyard, how to identify which parts of them to use, whether they're edible, whether they're medicinal, or whether to steer clear of them. It's in a greater attempt for us to become more connected with the natural world, which I think is super important and valuable based on where we're currently at as a species. So I wanted to start the series with a plant I'm sitting next to at the moment. It's a super common plant. It grows everywhere. It's literally popped up wild all around me in this garden I'm sitting in, and it grows in my grass. It grows all the way up the coast of the east coast of the United States, and the plant's known as Spiderwort. This one is particularly known as Virginia Spiderwort. It's also known as blue jacket. So I'm going to show you the plant. Now, this guy here is really easily identifiable. You see the flowers, they grow in a cluster on the end of a firm stalk, right? And then the leaves are very grass-like. They're long and slender, non-serrated edges, they're smooth, they don't really have any hairs in them, and they are lined up the center of the leaves. So in terms of the plant, all parts of this plant are edible. You can eat the flowers when it's in full bloom, just pick the flowers off, and you can take them and put them straight into a salad. No preparation required, just drop them in with your spinach or whatever greens that you've got prepared. It adds color, but it also adds an interesting flavor to your salad. Totally plausible to do that. The really cool part with this plant is these stems. They're like a firm stem. Now, if you were to trim these stems off and take them inside and put them in a frying pan with some oil and put some spices in there, you've got a really good asparagus alternative, full of nutrients and something that is just growing wild all around. I mean, you can see I've got it growing here. It's growing on each side of this stool that I've made. It's growing prevalent behind me in the garden, and like I said, it pops up in the lawn. It grows all over the place. It's an amazing plant, and like I said, all parts of this are usable and edible. The leaves you can eat like salad. Just trim them up and you can eat them like salad. The other thing about this plant is it does have medicinal properties. So it's always typically been used for helping to either increase the flow of breast milk in nursing mothers, but it's also used, like the leaves and the roots, you could prepare and put into a tea, and by drinking that, when you've overeaten and you have an upset stomach, it has some laxative effect. So it's a super powerful plant both as food and as medicine, and it just grows everywhere. Completely safe, all parts of it can be used. Definitely one to have because it's aesthetically appealing as a landscaping plant. You can actually buy this plant and put it in your garden, and then it will just start coming up everywhere, and you can move it around. Like I said, I transplanted some of these beside the stool just for aesthetics, and you've basically got a ready food source right here. So this is the first part of this video series. I'm going to cover multiple different plants as we do this that you can use as food or medicine. But this guy here, Virginia Spiderwort, an amazing plant to have in your garden.